What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Storm Sessions podcast. My name is Danny Enriquez. We are here with one of the best defensive linemen in America, Tyler Barron. Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome.
Yes, sir.
You know, I got to ask you a question. I heard about your football background. I heard about a lot of stuff talking to people around you, but what I didn't expect to hear was your musical side. So I heard you played a little bit of guitar. You've been playing in front of people as a kid. Tell me about that.
Growing up, I was into like a ton of different things, but it is true. I did play a little guitar until middle school, but I've done a few different things.
You think you still play or not?
No, I think I would stay away from it.
So you grew up in Music City, right? Nashville. Yeah. I heard you were like, they're like country stars, kids in your school and stuff. What was it like growing up just in Nashville in general?
It was a different experience. I mean, you're around a lot of different types of people, so I think you become well versed at a very young age. But it was a great experience.
I know you moved around a little bit with your mom Jessica within the area. Had two older brothers, a lot older than you, right? You're the baby of the family. So just what was that like?
It was just like I said, interesting experience, but nothing I would change in any way. Just kind of made me who I am.
What are some of the lessons you learned just growing up?
Just to always believe in myself. Don't allow anyone else to dictate your journey. Kind of set the tone and set the pace for your own life.
Yeah, one thing that came across in talking to people around you is just your independent-minded nature, right? You don't just do things because other people do them. You really think for yourself. Your mom mentioned you didn't really like candy. You would eat like lox and bagels and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I've never been a candy person. That's probably the weirdest thing about me. I've never really been a candy guy.
So what is it about your mindset that makes you be different and not try to fall in with the crowd?
For me, it's just a thing of just, I feel like when I understand things, I can do it to the best of my ability. So just kind of just trying to know as much as I can and just soak up as much knowledge as I can just to be as well-rounded as I can, to be honest.
Talking to your dad, Patrick, one thing that came across is like your football journey, it wasn't necessarily an accident, right? So he was a football coach. Your brother Woody was a really great defensive tackle for Virginia Tech. But even from a young age, you were really sort of being calibrated to be a football player.
No, definitely. You grow up around it, so it kind of just formulates and becomes a part of who you are. I feel like a lot of things have gotten me to where I am today.
And the love of football, right? Because it wasn't just people pushing you to play football. I heard that you would dress up in the uniform, go to your brother's games. Your dad said at one time you thought you were ready to play, and he had to tell you, like, no, you're just wearing the uniform.
Most definitely. You just kind of see the people you love and the people you care most about just pouring so much into it. So it kind of just, like I said, becomes who you are and just becomes like a fire inside of you almost.
And the football player you are today is not just from playing football, right? You played a lot of other sports. I know you played basketball, some track, some wrestling. How do you think those sports helped you become the football player that you are today?
I think it's all like just a combination of things. Different sports add different levels of athleticism, different mental aspects to it. So I think it's kind of just like everything gets put into a pot and just kind of makes who you are.
Let's break it down. Basketball. You know, you're a tall guy, obviously athletic. How are you as a basketball player?
I was okay. I wasn't I wasn't the greatest basketball player in the world, but a great role player, I would say.
Were you like fouling people and all that?
Sometimes. When it's warranted, I think the foul was a part of my game for sure.
And then the track side, which events did you participate?
In middle school, I ran the 100, the 200. I did hurdles. I ran the 400. I did all like the field events. I did a lot of stuff in track, honestly.
And you were always fast for your size?
I was, yeah, I definitely was.
How did that help you on the football field?
It just kind of just allows you to open up and run, and it just becomes second nature, to be honest. So I think that's something my dad really enjoyed, was just watching me run as a young kid, just so that I wouldn't become slow or anything like that.
A sport that's kind of close to my heart, wrestling. And talking to your mom, she said that you wanted to kind of quit, and she's like, look, you win this competition. I guess it was 8th grade. You win this competition, I'll let you quit. And then you went out and you beat a kid that really had big wrestling goals. So tell me about that.
So growing up, it was something that like my brothers did. My uncle kind of pushed us to do it. So I wrestled from a young age all the way through up until high school. So.
And how was that? That's, from my experience, the toughest sport there is.
Oh, most definitely. It's mano a mano. It's not a team sport. So I think it definitely takes a lot of you mentally and just really is real strenuous, to be honest.
Did it help you in defensive line in terms of your football game?
Yeah. I think wrestling is invaluable. I think it might be the most helpful sport in terms of like leverage, like weight distribution, balance, being able to work with your hands. I think it does a lot of different stuff for you.
I know you played a little offense as well. Your dad mentioned that he kind of always saw you as a defensive end, just knowing football and knowing what your developmental track would be.
Right.
But then you also played offense for a while, right?
Yeah, I did. I played tight end. I played a little running back. Just a lot of different things, honestly.
And how was that?
I prefer the defensive side, to keep it short and simple.
Just like hitting people more than getting hit?
Yeah, I didn't like getting hit. It wasn't my favorite thing.
So, I heard when you were in Tennessee, in your school, it's like, it's a fancy school. The grades are online. That your brother Woody, he would check your grades sometimes just to make sure you were on point and doing your things. What was it like having brothers that had success? I know your oldest brother in the service, so you had guys that had kind of had a path before you. What was it like having them in your life, making sure you were on point?
I think they were probably the two most invaluable people to me, just in terms of my development, just having somebody to directly look up to and just being able to communicate with them and then kind of just guide me and just be a father figure and a big brother figure aside my dad. I just think it was invaluable, those two guys.
And what you learned just watching his journey, because he's in the CFL, great player, Virginia Tech, a lot older than you. So you're almost like a kid, right? You're watching him. What was that like, watching his success?
I mean, in a lot of ways, he was like my idol. Like you want to imitate and be just like him in a lot of ways. As well as my older brother, Jordan. I think those two guys, I like to say I'm a combination of both, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it just was like having two role models and two idols right now is with you.
And what do you think you take from each of them?
I think my oldest brother, Jordan, he's kind of a little bit more reserved. So I think I'm, in a lot of ways, very analytical like him. And then my brother, Woody, he's a little bit more out there, but also in a lot of ways, like a really intellectual guy. So I think I take a good amount from both of those guys.
You mentioned being analytical, intellectual. What are some of your interests off the field, the things that you just like read about or study or think about?
I mean, I'm a well-rounded guy. Like I like to say, like I'm in a ton of different aspects of life, but I mean, just for me, I've been trying to slow myself down. So I've been really deep into meditation, stuff like that. I'm really into like traveling. I enjoy like seeing new places. This was kind of my first year being able to travel some different places around the world. So I think that's a big thing for me. Something I enjoy. Starting
with the meditation, how's that helped you?
I mean, it just kind of allows you to, in a way, just focus on yourself and not just the physical aspect, but the cerebral aspect of it. Just kind of slowing yourself down and just giving things that you don't necessarily give time sometime in different points of the day.
And travel, what are some places you've been able to get to?
This year I was able to go to different parts of the U.S. Obviously, I was able to like get all the way to California for a little part. I went to the Dominican and then in St. Lucia for a little bit.
Oh, nice. Yeah, St. Lucia is awesome. That's
probably my favorite place I've ever seen.
They like country music out there.
They do. That's the craziest part. They really do. They actually do.
So, what are some places that you want to get out to?
I wanna get somewhere in Thailand, one of those islands, and then Philippines as well, and then I also want to see Europe at some point.
Okay, any particular place in Europe or?
Greece, Santorini potentially. I don't know. I got to do my research and get more specific.
You've got used to the tropical life here. So
yeah, I have. I'm a tropical guy now.
So you're coming up. You're not a sleeper, right? People know how good you are pretty early from talking to people. It's not like you crept up on people. They knew that you were going to be a big recruit. First offer comes in. Do you remember who the first offer was?
I do. I remember I was on a phone call with the head coach at Tennessee at the time. Butch Jones was the head coach. So, yeah, I had a call with him, and it was kind of a cerebral like experience, honestly. I have a video on my phone of it from the first time my mom was recording, and it kind of brought everything back tenfold. It was like, wow, it kind of was a start to a journey in a way.
And one of the first coaches to reach out to you in the whole process, right, was out west. Someone we know here, Mario Cristobal.
Coach Cristobal. Me and Coach Cristobal have had a great relationship for, probably 9 years at this point. But yeah, he's always been a stand-up guy with me, and I've always appreciated how authentic he is, and got me to where I am right now.
Is that important? People just authenticity with you?
Oh, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. I think if someone can be authentic and be true to themselves around you and be true with you, I think you can go anywhere from there.
So you go to Tennessee. Obviously, the ties there are huge between your family, where you grew up, everything else. What was that like playing at Rocky Top and enjoying that experience?
Oh, I mean, that was an experience I wouldn't trade for anything. Just being around some of my best friends growing up, some guys I met in college. I mean, it was a brotherhood, and I'm really thankful for that time, and I appreciated it.
So then you done with Tennessee, enter the portal, trying to find a system fit, right? Something that fits you as a player and what you can do, rushing off the edge. Go to Louisville, that doesn't work out. What was this whole experience like? Because this is not something that everybody goes through.
For sure. No, I mean, it was definitely a different experience. I I think for me, it was just trying to find somewhere that I felt comfortable with, somebody or a place that like kind of accepted me for who I am and just allowed me to grow. And I think I found the perfect fit here, just with the staff here, the guys in the locker room. I think there's no better place for me than being here in Miami.
And when you were going through the process, obviously you talk about the people, the authenticity. What are some other things about either the school, the city, or just the program in general that attracted you?
For me, it was kind of the character that comes with it. People can say what they want about Miami, but it allows people to be who they are, and I thought that just kind of fit what I was looking for. And then also the team aspect of it. I thought we were gonna have a really good team, and it kind of came out into fruition. So, I think everything just kind of pieced together to just make this beautiful puzzle that's almost done.
Are you feeling that vibe here in Miami? Because it's not your average college town. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of different people, a lot of different
Sure.
vibes out here. What's that been like?
I mean, it's completely opposite of like a college town. I mean, you don't even feel like you're in college. It's kind of it's very different, but it definitely still has a lot of spirit and definitely a lot of people that care about this team.
It's great. Uh, One thing that jumps out is the guy coaching you plays a lot like you, right? Jason
Right.
Taylor. So what was that relationship like during the recruiting process and bringing you here?
I think JT, like you said, he played at a very high level himself. So I think it's just something that I gave a lot of attention to and gave a lot of weight to, just that he would be able to kind of coach what he sees and how he would have done it, more so than just coaching X and O. So I think it was definitely something that was huge in my recruitment.
Now me getting to watch you here and Canes fans getting to watch you, obviously the physical stuff, the production, everybody's seen that, but the motor. A couple times this year, you ran about 50, 60 yards chasing a running back that got loose. What do you think what motivates you to play that way? What's your mindset playing football?
I mean, there's definitely times I could do better, but I think the plays that like that, it's just me just not giving up on it, like just thinking that there may be something to happen, somebody stumble, and I'll be in the right position. But I definitely want to continue to play like that, and like I said, just play like that more often, honestly.
And talking to your mom, Jessica, obviously service is a big part of her life and her career, helping people. And I know her 50th birthday, she asked you for a present. She said she wanted you to do something
Right.
to help others. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So for the Duke game, I think we got around 15 tickets for a youth football team around this area in South Florida, and they were able to come to the game. And stuff like that. She's been really big and monumental in my life in terms of just like giving my blessings and paying it back and paying it forward to other people. So definitely, it was a good experience.
And now that you're obviously the NFL's on the doorstep, you're having success now. Is that something that's part of you going forward?
No, for sure. Definitely, my nonprofit. We're actually in the developmental stages of it. But being a service, like a beacon of light for people that maybe want to get into this field or maybe other things, other aspects of life. Just allowing them to have like a voice and a vision to know that they can do it is definitely a big thing in my life.
Yep. Getting ready to play, obviously, it's a physical sport. I heard, people are different. I talked to different players. Some people get hyped up. They listen to kind of up-tempo, hard rap. Some people like to just chill a little bit, listen to R&B. I heard you listen sometimes to classical music. Is that true?
Yeah, sometimes I do. It kind of, for me, there's not really like a set in stone like mood. Some days it may be rap. Some days I may listen to no music. Some days classical music. It just depends on what I'm feeling that day.
What kind of music do you like? They said you grew up in Nashville.
Right.
You've been around a lot, been in different places. What kind of music do
For
you
me
like?
right now, I've been really big into like R&B or like jazz music, like real calm music. I think, I'm in like a calm era right now, I would say.
And you're, again, well-rounded person. We talked a little bit about it. If you're not studying, practicing, working out, what are some of the things that you like to do just to...
It's my vixen, but I love playing the game. I'm very big into video games, but I would say either that or spending time with my family, my friends, my loved ones, just giving them my time. I think it's really big for me.
Yeah, I was playing my sons and they sacked me a couple times with
Yeah.
you. So
Oh, yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
so I got a bone to pick with you right now. This is not easy, right? You're going to class, you're waking up early. Sometimes your body's not feeling great,
For sure.
especially this time of year. What motivates you to get up and push through?
To be honest with you, just trying to just be the best version of myself I can. I mean, for me, I put in so much work and put all this time to get to a goal, and it's like there's no time to let up now. I mean, like you said, this last stretch of my college career, so just trying to put my best foot forward and just continue to showcase the best version of myself.
So obviously you're locked in. Football, obviously you're still going to class
Right.
and trying to achieve there. But NFL, that's ahead of you. Once that's done, where do you see yourself?
I think I can give you a vision, but I think that's going to change the journey so much, just like those developmental years of my life. So I can't even necessarily say I have an answer for that, to be honest.
So just kind of rolling with it.
Rolling with the punches.
Have you always been like that? Have you been a big dreamer as far as specific things?
I mean, to be honest with you, football has been my dream for a while, but just being a great man, to be honest, and just giving back to people, like allowing other people to chase their dreams just as I've been blessed to chase mine. I think that's a big thing in my life.
Beautiful. So we got some questions here.
Let's go
from the fans.
Perfect.
You're a very popular guy. So I got a question here from Ian Lupo, and he wants to know, we talked about this a little bit, but what went into your decision to transfer to University of Miami?
For me, it was the group of guys that I was going to be put around, and also the staff that was going to be surrounded and kind of guiding me. I think, like you said, JT, Coach Cristobal, I think those are really big pieces into me coming here. And then, like I said, the other guys in the defensive line room. I think we have a really, really tight unit, and I appreciate those guys every day because they keep me going.
I do this 305 wants to know just something you like about Miami and your time here at the university in the city.
I think the diversity here, I think it allows, like I said, everybody to be themselves, and it's not really a judgmental place. I think that's my favorite thing.
It's Noah 27 wants to know the meaning behind some of your tattoos, your body art.
Sure. I mean, everything has a meaning, to be honest. A lot of it is dedicated to my late grandmother. And then also some things just kind of just allowing me to believe in myself and just kind of pushing my own mind and just allowing myself to develop into who I'm going to be.
Like what?
So I have one of my tattoos, and it's kind of just like a token of self-belief, and it's just telling me to just believe in myself and to kind of push myself to achieve what I want to achieve and not letting anybody else dictate who I am.
Love that. 0109 Christian wants to know about your workout routine.
I mean, during the season, it's pretty strict. We have practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We work out Sundays and Thursdays. So, yeah, I think we're on a pretty tight routine. But in the off season, I think it'll be probably 5 to 6 days a week with some recovery in there. I'm big into stretching, yoga. I do a little Pilates, actually.
There you go.
So just trying to mix it up and keep everything fresh.
You'll be very grateful when you're getting 40 like me, the stretching. It makes a huge difference. People the young don't realize it, but you're ahead of the game with that one.
I'm trying to stay ahead.
So G Ogo wants to know something you enjoy doing outside of football.
So something I've gotten into recently, I'm trying to try some different restaurants down here. Just as my time here does come to an end, I just want to kind of just lay my seat in different like places of the city and just kind of experience different parts of it.
Any good spots?
I've tried. So there's a place in North Miami. It is called, I believe it's called Smith and Webster. It was kind of like a Southern food type of spot. It was pretty good. And then recently I went to a steakhouse in the design district called Coat.
Yep.
I believe it was really, really good. Expensive, but it was good food. It was good food.
Have you got into the Latin food, or that's going to mess up your diet, right?
So when I got here initially, I tried so much Latin food. I've been trying to experience different types, but also I love Latin food as well. So I've just been kind of just trying everything, which is not always a good thing. But yeah, I've been well versed in my food palate.
Yeah, when you go out other places, people assume it's all Mexican food. They don't realize you got Cuban food.
Oh my
Colombian
goodness,
food,
it's so many different. And when you say Latin, it's so many different things that compile into that. It's way more than I was aware of before I got here.
Yeah, it makes it hard to work out the next day.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I try to stay away for that reason.
Alex Ray 2007 wants to know what got you into football. Obviously, your family was a big part of it. Sure. But what part of the game kind of really got you excited?
So just the position I played, being able to impact the game at any given moment. I think that was something that was really exciting for me. And then just wanting to be able to set up myself and set up my family in a way that they can kind of live their life as they please and not feeling like there's always the weight on their neck trying to get to the next bill or get to the next month.
Viva Lario Collection asking, we talked about this a little bit, but just some Miami things that you like to do in the city. Obviously, you're eating out a little bit. You're just kind of enjoying it. What other things you like to do in the city itself?
I've gone to the beach a couple times. I enjoy the beach. Sometimes it is really hot, so you got to be careful out there. The beach, the food culture. That's about it. I really haven't gotten to do too much. I need to get myself out there a little bit more.
And this is a question I'm asking here, but this team, probably more than other teams I've seen in Miami, is so diverse just because of the portal, and you're getting guys coming from really different places, whether it's the West, whether it's obviously Florida is going to be a big thing, but you got a lot of guys from Texas, and you coming in from what I call this the South,
Mhm.
right? What's the vibe of the team just with so many different people who have done things at other places
Right.
coming together?
I think here it's been a really special thing. I mean, I don't know if you necessarily see it in a lot of different experiences, maybe other places have, but I think, like you said, we bring so many different people with so many different like experiences, so many different ways of life. But I think when you get in this building, I think Coach Cristobal has done an incredible job of just kind of putting everything to the side and everybody just being focused on one goal and kind of putting your pride to the side. Your egos are left at the door and really just being a hurricane. I think Coach Cristobal has done an incredible job, and I think we're forever indebted to that, honestly.
Well, Tyler, it's great getting to know you. Wishing you the best of luck, the best of health
I
on your
appreciate it.
journey.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for letting the Canes fans know a little bit about you.
Thank you so much.
And Storm Sessions, please like and subscribe. We're a Hurricane All Access on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Go Canes.
Go Canes.